So here we are. I am ready to work on my weather brochure. I've got my rubric that I have taken a look at. I have my directions, and I probably should start here first. And I definitely want to focus on the fact that Monday, March 8th is when I should be done. So I wanted to show you how I would organize myself. I am not a naturally organized person. I'm usually pretty disorganized, and nobody ever taught me when I was your age how to get organized. So I've got all my things ready, and this part right here is an important part, how I'm going to lay it out. This is what I'm going to use as my guide, and I am going to take my actual piece of paper and show you how I'm going to use Post-its and my pen to just plan it out. Everyone was able to pick up, hopefully, a big piece of white construction paper to use as your brochure. You need to fold it into as evenly as possible, thirds, 3 equal parts, okay? So then this front part is my cover. On this plan, that is going to be this page 1. So I'm going to use Post-its to just kind of give myself a layout. In the world of newspaper, I used to write for my high school newspaper, even in my junior high newspaper, we would do a mock-up. You may have heard that before, where you kind of, it's like your rough draft. So Post-its on your final project are a great way to kind of leave a placeholder so that you know what you need to do. Okay, so I've got a title, I'm going to put my name, I'm going to have a drawing. I did say or printed image, but I reread that rubric. I should draw it out if I really want to get the best grade possible. So I'm going to cross out printed image because I can take the time to draw. And then it doesn't say caption in the rubric, but this is the secret. Always try to wow your teacher, wow your audience with a little something extra. And a caption is a great way on informational writing. This is informational writing. This is a great way to add in a little extra something. Okay. My About the Author section, that's here on the plan page. That's this middle section. It's the very back of my brochure. And then, so back to my title. When I open it up, this historical event from history section, that's this part right here. Okay? So I've got it planned out. And then on the page 2, that's actually going to be the inside part of my brochure. The what are they, the how are they predicted, and the how do they impact the community. So if I open it up, here's my page 2 in thirds, 3 equal parts with a nice crease. Okay, and I've got my what are they section. This is where I'm defining the type of weather. I need a spot for my picture of the weather, and I'm going to put a caption in. This middle section, I will include the information about how are they predicted. And then this section, how do they impact the community? And I will draw a picture of the impact, and I'm going to put a little caption. So I will have a total of at least 3 pictures. I might end up putting a picture here. I'm not sure, but I at least will have my 3 pictures planned out. To make a little plan for success. This is a weather brochure plan for success that you might use, but it's to help you see how to break up a big project into smaller pieces so you don't get overwhelmed. If you get a big project, look at a calendar. I made this calendar backwards. I said, what is the due date? It is due on March 8th. Okay, that is the due date. This is the date that it's all got to be done by. So I also went back to when is it assigned? Here's the start date, right? You'll get to choose your topic on Monday, February 22nd. I put little check boxes so as I do these things, I can keep track and check off as I go. So now I have my plan, and I did want to show you one tip. This is something that I learned also with my son. If you just write directly on your final project paper, you might make a mistake. And if you write with pen, it's going to make it even harder if you make a mistake. So we have found in my family what works best is that if my son does parts of the project, and then he'll glue them on. And for projects, we really like to frame. So we're going to put, my group is studying blizzards. That really pops, and I'm able to put it there. And if I made a mistake, or I decide I could do better than that, I could take just this one part off, and I haven't messed up my entire brochure. So think about going section by section. If you're going to write about your historical event from history, it's okay to write it on lined paper or plain paper with lines underneath so you have a guide. And it's okay to write it in pencil if it's like neat and sharp pencil and dark enough to be seen. Do your best. If you do use pen and you mess up on a section, you could always start that section over. You don't have to redo your entire project. So think about going piece by piece and gluing that section in. I'm really looking forward to seeing how your craftsmanship comes together, how your planning works, and hearing if you had in the past on projects felt like you needed more help or you ran out of time, seeing if really trying to plan a little bit ahead of time for how you'll pace out your project. See if that helped you. Okay? Because that is something I hope for each of you as you guys grow up, is that you don't struggle with organization and time management, because that can really kind of be a bummer. So good luck, have fun, learn a lot, and don't forget those extra help times and Canvas support times and tutoring. So communicate with your teachers and let them know if you do need help along the way. But good luck.